to Kim's nail station. Let me just turn this on and this light's on. Today, well yesterday actually, I got this pH bond in the post from Aimeili. So I need to redo my nails for New Year's Eve. So I've removed the Aimeili Polygel and we're going to use the Aimeili Clear, the base and top coat and this pH bond, and we're going to see how long these last, to see if they will last me a full month basically. And I'm going to try these double thick forms which I got in a Aimeili Polygel kit. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep my nails with a dehydrator. I need to get another one of these, I don't have much left. So I'm going to do the thumb first on film. So I dehydrate my nail twice, I always have done. I've sprayed it with alcohol as well. And I would normally use my Silk primer, but I'm going to use this. It's a pH bonder, which I've never had a pH bonder before, so we'll give it a go. I'm not going to sniff this because it's obviously not a good idea. So you put this on. I'm not actually sure if this is acid or non-acid, it doesn't say. So I'm going to ask the company or read it on Amazon where you can buy it from. But don't get it on the skin regardless, whether it be acid or acid free. Just says pH bonder, no need to cure. It doesn't say whether it's acid free or not. I would assume if it was acid it would say it was an acid primer. But I'm going to ask anyway. It's a 10ml size bottle. And then we're going to add the base coat. And I'm going to use this one, which is the new white one, the white bottles, because I've got that set and my old top coats ran out now. So let's go. So we'll pop the base coat on. Okay, so I'm just making sure there's nothing down there. So I'm just going to go and cure that, pop the form on, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, right, so I have a form on, and now we're going to go for this. I'm just going to go for a fairly short nail this time. Right, just a short, regular, like either square or oval, I've not decided, or almond. So here we go. This is so hard to get out of the tube, especially when you've got a form on and you've not got a great hand. Okay, right. Just pulling that up. Okay, right, so here goes. Okay, so I've put the polygel on top of the nail. I'm just doing a voiceover, so forgive me if I am a little out of sync because I'm not used to doing this. So the first job that I'll do is I'll pat the polygel down nice and flat onto the nail, and I'll work the polygel back to the cuticle area, making sure that that area is nice and flat. And I'm just doing the side walls now. I'm angling my brush and making sure the side wall is nice and flat and thin, because the side walls and the cuticles need to be thin, so aesthetically they look nice, and also that there's no ridge, so you won't get any lifting when it grows out. So what I'm doing now is I'm just pulling the polygel down the nail to form a thin tip. And what I will also do is I'll also check that the side walls, that there's nothing on the skin area. So I'll just do that, and I'll make sure the nail is covered from side to side and pull the polygel down, forming a nice tip, and that's making sure that I've not missed any areas. So I'm just checking the side walls now just to check that there's nothing hanging over. And I'm gonna just check that I've got enough polygel pulled down onto the tip. And then I'm going to be getting ready to cure it. So I think what I'm going to do is just tip it upside down a minute, and then I'm going to go and cure this for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, right, so we're ready. So I've got everything on here. So let me just bring this back a bit. You can see what we're doing. Okay, so we're ready. So we've got everything where we want it. We've got the forms on. We've got the polygel, which is an Aimeili clear polygel. But I'm using a Gaussian brush because it's my clear and light colours brush. Okay, so back to doing the voiceover. The polygel is onto the nail. We're flattening it out, and we're going to work on the side walls and the cuticle area, making sure that they're nice and flat and thin of polygel product. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm working on the top area here, as you can see. I'm making sure it's nice and flat and smooth, and I'm going down the sides of the nails as well. And now I'm going to start bringing the product down the nail. So I'm going to make sure I bring it down from side to side so that I've got a nail tip that is in line with the side walls of the nail. Do not miss anything or make it too small, okay? Also make sure each nail tip is the same, so use the lines at the end of on the form as a guide. I went to the second line and a little bit over on each nail to allow for the filing. And I'm going down the side of the nail here, making sure I clean up anything that may be slightly on the skin, and making sure that the nail tip is in line with the side walls on both sides. I also want to make sure I've got a little bit of a curve on the end of the nail because we want a short coffin, and I want a little like C curve on the edge of the nails. The tip should be like credit card thickness, so it should be really, really thin, so you don't need a lot of polygel. So I'm pulling the product down the nail here, just making sure that it's nice and smooth and it's thin at the cuticle, thin on the tip, and you've got more product in the center where the apex is. So you should have a little bit of like an arch in the nail. This takes practice. It will not happen straight away. You will make mistakes. I've been doing this now for several months, and I'm only just getting the hang of this. So this is not something that happened overnight for me. So really, this is the first full hand that I've ever filmed because I've been too scared to do it. So yeah, back to the nails. So I'm just making sure I pull a little bit more product down onto the tip, because the more work you do here, perfecting the nail, the less filing you will do. You will find as well that, you know, you may use too much polygel. If you think it's too much, just take some off. Don't cure it not all thick. Just take some off and use it on the next nail. It's fine. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next nail. Basically, I'm not curing these in between. I'm just going to do them all and cure them all together. That's basically what I'm going to do. So I'm doing exactly the same here, working on the top area and the side walls, and then I'll just bring the product down the nail. So I'm just going to let you watch the rest of this. If you have any questions, just ask me. I will be doing more polygel videos, so hopefully I'll get better at filming them. So yeah, just watch the rest of this now, and I'll see you when it's done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and cure these now. So I'm just going to tip them upside down a minute. I'm going to go and cure them, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, right, so we're going to cut these off. And what I did in between was I just pinched them with my fingers like that. And then I just wiped my fingers with some alcohol. And now I'm just going to cut these off. Pull that down. These are real sticky, by the way, guys. These are really sticky. I think this one needs a little bit more polygel. There. Okay. They all have. Okay, right, so I'm just going to go and wipe these with alcohol and wash my hands because my hands feel really sticky from the forms, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to buff these and see if I need to put any more polygel on them. So I'm going to do that, and I'm using the Melody Susie Scarlet E-file and a sanding band. All I'm doing here is using a fine sanding band by Bell. The sanding bands came from Bell. I do recommend a dust collector, even if it's a cheap one, because yeah, this thing does collect a lot of dust, and that would go into your lungs or quite a bit of it if you didn't have one. So I'm just going to buff all of these nails into shape, and then I'll probably file them off camera because I don't want this video to be too long. If you want a filing video, just let me know. So I'm going to let you watch. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go and wash my hands, and then have a look at them. But they feel okay now. They've had a bit of a buff. They don't feel so thingy, but they may just need a little bit of filling on the end here just to level it out. So don't panic if that happens. It's fixable. Buff it, see what the damage is after you've buffed it, because you want the nails nice and thin, and see if you can just buff off some of the extra product on the top as opposed to adding more and making it a lot thicker. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, right, so I have lost the clip of where I've showed you these finished at the end of the video, but these are both of the hands done. So you can see underneath they don't look bulky or anything. So you can see they don't look really thick. Yeah, they look really nice underneath. And they look fine, I think, personally. I think they look nice. So that's both of my hands. I've got a picture of the nails completed before I did the design, so I'll stick that up now. But yeah, overall I was really happy with the primer. I'll let you know how this goes because I'm planning to wear them as long as possible, so hopefully nearly a month or something, and we'll infill it and we'll see what the state of them were when we infill, see if there's any lifting or anything like that, yada yada. So we'll do all of that kind of stuff, and I'll compare it to my other one. I actually made some of my own primer, which is a dehydrator, which is, I found a video on YouTube, a quick one, which I'll put up, and I hopefully should ask, I'm going to ask Nikki for hers, but it was 50-50 ratio, acetone 99.9% and alcohol 99.9%, mixed like 50-50. What I used was one of these. Where is it? I used one of these and filled it up to like 5 ml of each one. So basically I just went like up to there, squirted it in, did the same. So I went like up to there, and then I filled it up halfway like that, squeezed the rest back in the container. Then I did the same for the alcohol and squeezed that into there until it was full, shaked it up, and then I tested it on my skin, and my skin did feel dehydrated, but I'm going to give it a go on my infills and see what it's like. And I've just labelled it up with my new label maker as DIY nail prep with what's in it. The label's not gone on the best. If you've not seen my video, it should be out soon. I use this Dynamo label maker. So yeah, it's a pretty cool machine. So I'll show you that in a separate video. I brought it for doing this sort of stuff, and it is acetone resistant. I sprayed some acetone on it and some alcohol in the video, and it didn't distort the labels one bit. And I'm going to keep them inside the boxes for the polygel kits and stuff like that, so that I know what colours I'm using. But anyway, I'm waffling now, so we're going to see how this goes over the duration. Really, we're going to see if we can infill it, see if it lifts, just see how it goes in general. But yeah, I was really pleased with it, and I would use it again, no problems. So yeah, so that is it. So thanks for watching everybody, and have a great day. Bye.